We are neither nutritionists or medical providers. The topics discussed on this show are from our own research and experiences. Please consult your medical provider before attempting anything discussed on this show. Welcome to another episode of
Sjogren Strong. This is Brian.
And this is Lupe.
And this is your weekly podcast discussing how to live an active and healthy lifestyle despite having a diagnosis of Sjogren's syndrome.
And for this episode, we're actually going to answer a question that has been asked of us several times.
But before we do that, how's that diet coming?
Oh, what? I almost forgot about that. So I've actually lost 5 pounds.
2 for me.
Oh, you got some catching up to do, B.
I do.
And what have I been doing? I've been walking. I work on the 4th floor, so I take the stairs every day in the morning, come down for lunch, and then, back up from lunch. So about 8 flights of stairs.
And she does this crazy thing where she walks up 2 landings, down 1, up 2, down 1, up 2, down 1.
And that adds about
2 floors?
Yeah, and that adds about 2 floors. So that's cool. I'm excited, and my clothes fit a little bit better. So, I feel so happy.
And I obviously haven't been doing much. I need to pick it up.
Come on, B. I'm going to have to drag you with me.
I got this. If you guys want to share how you're doing, if you're doing this along with us, hit us up on the Facebook group, being private. It's not to the world, just to those of us in the Living Sjogren Strong group on Facebook.
Or you could send us a private message on Instagram, too.
Yep. Misery loves company, so jump in. The water's fine.
Come on now. It's just a little walk.
So on to today's episode. We've received the same question, worded differently, from a few people across a few social platforms and private messages, and it all revolves around the mouth is so dry it's hard to fall asleep and or stay asleep. And Lupe discovered a solution to this kind of in a roundabout way. Not meant for dry mouth, but it's been working for her. Lupe?
Okay, so I'm going to kind of take it back a little bit. As you know, a lot of us Sjogis, and not only Sjogis, I mean, people in general, we kind of grind our teeth at night, and it's really when we're stressed out, we grind more than other times. So I've been to the dentist several times because Brian has called me a freak. I like going 3 to 4 times a year. The dentist, more than one, have told me that I am grinding my teeth down to nothing. And so the solution is a night guard. If you have had a night guard, you get it fitted, then they kind of grind it down, to fit your mouth, be all comfortable. One time I went to the dentist. It was a new dentist. I needed a new night guard. And the dentist said, okay, now you have 2 options. You could get this option that we could send out and they'll send it to the lab and it's really rigid, the mouth guard. Or you have this other option that's kind of
soft and pliable.
Yeah, that's it. I was going to say rubbery, but I like your word better. So I went with that option because it was a little bit cheaper and no out-of-pocket expense for me. I went against my gut because I didn't really want that softer version, right? And the reason being is because when I was younger, I wore braces. And to this day, I still need to wear my retainer, a couple of times a week. If not, my teeth shift a little bit. And that's my 2 front teeth. So, that's important to me. So, but anyways, I went with the softer version. And when I took it home, I would still grind my teeth. But because it's soft, my teeth, I noticed that they were moving. So I'm like, well, I can't wear my retainer and wear the night guard. And the night guard isn't keeping my teeth from moving. So what do? I didn't want to go back to the dentist because then it was going to be like $300-400. That was totally going to be out of pocket because I had recently gotten, the soft night guard. And so I wanted to wear my retainer, but that doesn't keep me from grinding my teeth. So I actually went to Walmart in the dental hygiene section And I don't know what I was looking for, but this box caught my eye, and it was actually a night guard.
And it only caught her eye because there's a pink stripe across the box.
I mean, what are you going to do? I'm not such a girly girl, but I like pink. So, yeah, it did. It was a box, obviously. It had a pink stripe that did catch my eye, and it said no boiling. I've actually bought night guards from retail stores in the past, Target or Walmart, and you have to boil the night guard.
And the boiling softens it up, and then you pull it out of the boiling water, let it cool for a quick second, and stick it in your mouth and close your teeth and push it against your gums to form it to your mouth.
And then you have to cut it or sand it. I don't know. But this option did not work for me. And it was kind of pricey. I can't remember the price right now. But it was kind of pricey. And what did I do with it? I just threw it away. I didn't like it. I didn't like the way it felt. It was just not comfortable in my mouth. So I chucked it. But this one that I saw, it actually said no boiling, the pink strip. And it was slim fitting. And that's what caught my eye. And we're actually going to post a picture of this box. But it's really thin. And it says it's adjustable. It has 2 settings, smaller mouth, bigger mouth. My mouth is small, so I needed to adjust it to the smaller size. And it says that it's ready to use. So I'm like, okay, this is cool because it's really thin. It just goes between your teeth. And I could wear my retainer at night with the night guard together. So actually the first night what I discovered was that it what actually woke me up wasn't that my mouth was dry, because like I said, that doesn't really keep me up, but I actually was producing a lot of saliva, so much so that I kind of woke up choking.
Yeah, so she wakes up in this panic, coughing, choking, ripping this thing out of her mouth. And it was the fact that I'm sure a lot of you can relate to. There was so much saliva in her mouth, she didn't know what to do with it.
I mean, I haven't produced saliva in so long that I choke on it. I don't know how else to explain it, but I don't know what to do with it.
So this product isn't marketed for dry mouth. This product is marketed to stop grinding. However, when she wears it with or without the retainer, she produces saliva throughout the night, and she actually sleeping much more comfortable because of it.
It's really funny because in the morning when I wake up, I pull it out of my mouth and all this saliva is coming out of my mouth, which I think is kind of gross to me because I'm not used to producing it. So, I mean, it's weird. But it helps me produce saliva throughout the night, which my retainer doesn't do. So it has nothing to do with the retainer. And I think it's helping me produce saliva because of the material. I'm not sure. I can't explain it. All I know is every time I use it at night, I wake up and I have a lot of saliva. So I got excited and I told Brian, oh my God, why didn't I think of this before? We need to do an episode on this night guard.
So yeah, to go over the product, it is by a company called Dentek, Dentek. And as always, there will be links in the show notes below. And it is the Comfort Fit Dental Guard. And again, they do not market this for dry mouth. They market it to help stop grinding your teeth in the evening. However, what was the price point on it, Lupe?
Oh, it was actually $29.99, which, I kind of grabbed it, put it in the car, took it out. I'm like, I don't want to spend $30, but...
You're glad you did.
Yeah, plus compared to what you spend at the dentist, $300, it was a steal,
I'm not sure if it's the material that's making her produce saliva. I just think that it's something foreign in the mouth and the body's producing saliva to help lubricate this material as the body does when we put food in our mouth, so it can start breaking it down for digestion and to swallow it easier. The amount of saliva that this induces Lupe into producing is actually pretty remarkable. And it's gotten to the point now where she's used to it. She no longer wakes up choking, ripping this thing out of her mouth. So if you're thinking about trying this, the links will be in the show notes below. I think it's worth the $30 and to experiment with this, to see if this does help you. And again, we are not doctors. This is not marketed for dry mouth. This is Lupe's personal experience with this product, and it's helping her produce saliva when she's wearing it and helping her sleep through the night.
And also, if you read the box, it says fits lower teeth. And this is actually really funny. Well, I giggle once in a while because the first couple of nights that I used it, it wasn't really comfortable in my mouth, but that's because I was wearing it incorrectly. This says it fits on your lower teeth, and no, I wasn't wearing it on my top teeth, but it fits on your lower teeth, but it just wasn't in place where it's supposed to be, so it was kind of uncomfortable, but I'm like, okay, that's okay, I'll get used to it. Because it's helping me produce saliva. But one time I was asleep, I woke up and I didn't even feel it in my mouth. And I'm like, what the heck happened to my night guard? But I actually had it in my mouth, but somehow it settled. So anyways, I learned from that. And now I wear it correctly. And it's awesome, really. And again, this is my experience. If you guys try it, it may or may not work for you. I don't know why it works for me, but definitely worth a shot.
And if you're unsure, obviously hit your dentist up. You can talk to your rheumatologist before you spend the $30 to try it. And let us know if you do what your results are.
And I've actually been using it for about 6 months. So just clean it thoroughly. I did notice that it kind of started changing color. So I actually went back to Walmart over the weekend and I found a 2-pack. So now I got 2 for the price of 1 because it was still $29.99. So I'm like, all right, I'm good for a year unless I lose it.
And she doesn't lose things. She just misplaces them temporarily for up to 6 months.
That's actually funny because it's true. But, I just put it in such a safe place that I can't find it either. So
yeah, like on the floor under the recliner.
Hey, now, stuff just falls back there. I don't know how that happens.
All right. Before we end this show, we'd like you all to take a peek at the link in the show note below, and we're going to start doing some social posts in regards to raising funds for the Sjogren's Foundation. The LA Walk is coming up. We gained a 5th member to our walking team, which is awesome. So there will be a couple links below. One, to join the team, which is the same link to donate to the team. And again, all funds are going directly to the Sjogren's Foundation. And it's a very important organization that does a lot for Sjogren's syndrome. And there will also start to be a link for Lupe's campaign and a link for my campaign. And on the website, we're going to build out links for every team member's campaign. And, that's just to be fair. They're giving of themselves and raising funds for the Sjogren's Foundation on our behalf as being part of the Living Sjogren Strong team. And if you are in the Los Angeles, Orange County area and would like to join our team, we would love to have you. And as this team grows and as we get closer, the event's not till October, we will begin to get together every once in a while, maybe every other weekend or so, and do some walking together.
And even if you do not join our campaign and you want to go solo or, you just want to pay for the admission fee, if you're local to Orange County, LA area, and you're going to go to the walk, we'd really love to meet you. So please let us know, what we look like. We're probably going to be wearing our Sjogren Strong shirts. So please, we'd love to meet everybody.
Yeah. If you aren't in a position where you can donate, help us spread the word. Share our social posts amongst your circle of friends and family. We appreciate all the support. And again, all the funds are going directly to the Sjogren's Foundation.
And it's fun. You'll get to meet a lot of people from the Sjogren's Syndrome Foundation, including Steve Taylor. Hopefully he's able to make it this year as well. And it's fun because, like we've mentioned before, there's a few vendors. And last year they actually had, I believe he was a rheumatologist. And, you just get all kinds of advice and information. It's really fun.
Yeah, he's actually done some research for the Sjogren Syndrome Foundation, if I'm not mistaken, and they called the segment Ask the Expert. So you had a doctor extremely well-versed in Sjogren's syndrome making himself available, raise your hand, ask your question, and he was answering it. And some of the things were personal, so he would sideline that conversation after his segment was over. He went and met with people one-on-one away from the group so they could discuss things that were a little more private, which was very awesome of him.
I mean, they were together for about 15, 20 minutes, so free advice. Who doesn't love that?
Definitely. So again, thank you all for listening. Thank you all for sharing our efforts and episodes and social posts. We really, really appreciate it. Please visit those links down below. Help us hit our fundraising goal for the Sjogren's Syndrome Foundation this year. And again, if you're not in a position to, like, follow, share.
Absolutely. Until next time, sip constantly and stay hydrated.